All right, hello everybody, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed that series of short videos. Now, if you're just joining us from our earlier segment, which is the Interact PowerX Robotics segment, now you have heard of the amazing opportunities that SGInnovate's traineeship program has in store for you. Now, if any of you're looking for a switch into deep tech space, but robotics, you're not sure if you're fit for it. Now, happy to announce, like earlier on, as Minister mentioned, also together with our CEO, Dr. Lim Jui as well. Now, we have expanded the PowerX program to include two new domains, the cybersecurity and software and product development. Now, for those of you, if you're aware, you're following the news, now these are two of the hottest industries in the market right now. Many opportunities available. And the best part is, many companies are actually facing a talent crunch. So in other words, it's the best time for you to start on your journey if you have ever considered it. Now, across all sectors, cybersecurity, software, and product development are two domains that are critical in enabling companies to continuously develop further in a safe and efficient manner, meaning that the skills that you learn will go a long way in future-proofing your career. All right. So once again, just a reminder, the PowerX Robotics, we're going to our second run now if you want to apply for it. It's a 9-month traineeship, but the newly launched PowerX Cybersecurity and the newly launched PowerX Software and Product Development, it's the first run and it goes along the line of a 12-month traineeship. All right. As always, any questions, head on to the exhibition tab on your menu bar. Go and speak to our SGInnovate colleagues there at the exhibition booth. Also at the exhibition area, many companies there. So I want to encourage all of you to go visit and get points too for Engage and Win, because we got staycations, we got little nice devices for you to win at the end of today. Okay, so well, if you're not convinced what I just said about, the hottest industries, cybersecurity, software and product development and robotics, now we have two industry experts in their respective fields who we have specially brought because we want to share with you on why you should keep your eyes peeled on these two booming sectors, cybersecurity and product and software development. And perhaps, what lies ahead for you should you wish to join the industry. So I'm very pleased to introduce movers and shakers of their industry. Our first speaker is the Chief Technology Officer of Microsoft Singapore, who has very kindly joined us today to give us a quick overview of the software and product development landscape in Singapore. I'm pleased to introduce Richard Koh.
All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me to this great event here with SGInnovate. I really appreciate the privilege here. So just a quick introduction of myself. My name is Richard Koh. I'm the Chief Technology Officer here at Microsoft Singapore. And just a bit of history. I started my Microsoft career actually in Redmond as part of the founding product team of Office 365. So if you're using the product, really thank you very much. But that was a great experience for me, learning about and experiencing product development, product management, right in the trenches itself, together with a lot of smart people and building a global platform for the planet itself and for everybody to use. So what I'd like to just share today in today's event is really about some of the job trends and insights. So not so much about product development and management itself. If you're interested in a topic, you can always hit me up on Twitter or on LinkedIn, and I would love to have a conversation on that. But I'd like to talk a little bit about job trends and things like that, and some insights that we have found with our LinkedIn colleagues in this whole year of the pandemic itself. I think when you think about our new reality today is what are we living through in terms of the remote everything, if you will. And kudos to all the frontline workers out there that are keeping us here very safe here in Singapore, and a big thank you. And I think when you think about how the landscape is changing and also impacting the way jobs and the kind of careers and also the kind of functions that organizations are looking to build to be resilient in this ever-changing climate for the whole planet itself. And true enough, I think COVID-19 has become really that primary force of change in many different organizations. We've seen so much transformation that occurred in a very short, compressed amount of time. And this has put a very big demand on product people, especially in product management, where you are really thinking about what is this new environment. This playbook is no longer what you're used to in terms of the amount of research that you can do around your product features and things like that. So we're all learning new muscles, but I think this is a good thing because when we confront this with a growth mindset, I'm sure we can all do better in the coming months and years as well as we lead through this. Now, I just want to share this real quickly around how we're looking at some of the statistics when we survey organizations, here in Singapore, for example, and especially with the large number of SMEs here operating, because this is the engine of the Singapore economy. Now, as you can see, AI, machine learning, business process applications, advanced analytics, these are all the kind of transformation that organizations are looking to build into their daily lives itself. And you can think about not just the tooling itself, but also the kind of products that SMEs are trying to build for the future. And these are all supporting capabilities that organizations need for them to be able to build that future product for their customers, because it's no longer about just shipping a product to a customer, just maybe in a physical sense. Now, with a lot of things going remote, that digital presence, that physical presence, all that combine of that hybrid mode itself in many different ways, engaging not just the local market itself, but a global market is becoming more and more important. So from a product development perspective, that is crucial when you think about what your market sizing looks like, as well as the kind of audience. Now, 10 most in-demand jobs, as we were looking at the data from our LinkedIn economic graph itself and seeing all the jobs that's posted out there, you see this plethora of different kind of roles that we are seeing. And, right up there with software engineering. Of course, that's a very generic term, but when you think about just the coverage of that role itself, it can range from all the way from developing a digital online presence product for a customer to even as different type of functions, like in security, in productivity, in IT, or in the product itself. So I think when you think about some of these roles, it's not necessarily set in concrete what the definition looks like. I think when you see some of the definitions and also some of the job description out there, you'll see that there's also a wide variety of different skill sets and different kind of aptitude that employers are looking for. This again is another view of that, the kind of jobs that we are seeing that's in demand in the economy itself, and you can see that just from the way the software engineer graph is showing up, every organization is looking to leverage software in one way or another to power their digital transformation, whether it's to build new products and services to serve their customers, optimize their operations, or empower their employees to accomplish more, and finding new ways to connect with their customers. Those are the 4 big areas that organizations are looking at. And a lot of it is software that's helping to create that digital feedback loop across all these 4 areas so that they can be much better, resilient, and also building new products and services to serve their customers as well. Now, I think from a skills perspective, it should be no surprises here when you think about whether it cuts across cloud computing to sales management to account management. A lot of it is, I would say, fairly generic skills itself, and the kind of programs that SGInnovate and the industry is making available is certainly very helpful for a lot of different organizations to learn that. So I encourage everybody to take full advantage of that. And I just want to end with this quote. I think when we look at what the pandemic has brought about for the past year itself. And all of us coming together as an industry to bring more of that access to skilling online and be able to engage with the next generation of employees or the workforce itself to say, how do we have that kind of hybrid learning opportunities and then creating that kind of new economic opportunities, not just for oneself, but also for the community here in Singapore itself. So I hope that this has given you some insights into some of the dynamics and trends here in Singapore itself. And encourage you to take full advantage of all the different programs that SGInnovate is putting together. And, go forth and prosper. Thank you very much. And I will hand my time back to the host. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Richard, Chief Technology Officer of Microsoft Singapore. Great nuggets of information. Now, friends, Richard is really in the best position to talk about product and software development, because as he mentioned when he started, he was on the founding team of 365. Can you imagine the service used by hundreds of millions of users around the world? Imagine that you are one of the programmers working on that. Can you imagine that, the impact that you can have on the world? So this is just a simple example to show you that software and product development is really definitely crucial to the next generation of more innovative technologies in the market, which is a core competency that every tech company should rely on. So this means that you should join in our PowerX product and software development traineeship 12 months long, right? More information, once again, go on to the exhibition area or click the link earlier if you saw the link. If not, just go on to the exhibition or the jobs area on the menu bar. So we also have the PowerX Cybersecurity. So on to that now. Now, cybersecurity really is another hot topic, right? That has increasingly seen the spotlight in news, with really many organizations from major corporations to digital government agencies ramping up their defenses in a rapidly evolving digital world. So our next speaker, he's the Deputy Chief Executive, Cybersecurity Agency of Singapore. He's going to highlight the importance of cybersecurity across all domains. I'm pleased to welcome Gaurav Keerthi.
So thanks so much. And thanks, Richard, for painting the introduction so well, painting the landscape so well, rather, for technology. I'm excited to be here at the launch of SGInnovate's PowerX Cybersecurity. As Richard mentioned, digital technologies have incredible potential. There's this huge, exciting world out there, and nearly every industry in the world is keen to do a lot more with digital. Many of you are here because of that excitement. And I want to talk about excitement a little bit more. Driving a Ferrari is exciting. It's a great ride. But if you get into a Ferrari and I tell you that there are no brakes, no seat belts, no airbags, and all of the safety systems, we don't really know if they work or we haven't invested in them, it's probably going to be the last ride of your life and you're probably not going to get in. That's my overall kind of frame for what we think about digital technologies and security. I predict that the speed and depth of digitalization for the next few decades, or at least the next few years, will not just be dependent on how powerful the engine is, how great the technology is, but how much people trust the technologies. And I myself have removed apps from my phone or not installed apps on my phone because they asked me for a lot of permissions, or because I read somewhere that the app actually ended up leaking a lot of data. So I think about trust personally. I'm sure all of you do too. All of you are aware of the risks of technology, and there have been many public hacks and breaches that make you either distrust some websites or not want to use some systems. And that's exactly why cybersecurity professionals have such an important role today in keeping these systems safe and secure, which will allow us to enjoy that Ferrari ride without worrying about whether we will crash. And even if we do crash, hopefully we'll still be okay. But there's one big difference between enjoying a drive and cybersecurity. Unlike driving, trees are not deliberately trying to jump in your way and break the car. In the digital world, unfortunately, hackers are deliberately trying to take down our systems. So cybersecurity is not just passively sitting back and building the bricks and leaving them. It's a very proactive and active profession where you spend your time hunting bad guys and stopping them. Today, we have new technologies from social media, e-commerce, cloud, AI. It makes the world almost unrecognizable from 20 years ago. As Richard said, the COVID-19 pandemic has further accelerated the scale, scope, and the speed of all of this digitalization. Even this conference, it's a video conference, which would have been unimaginable a few years ago. We're doing so many things digitally, from food to groceries to ride hailing. Digital is part of our life now. They harness the power of these systems, but what we have also started to note is that these digital universes that contain our personal informations, these systems power our electricity, our water, our hospitals, and many other essential services. And here's the sad part. We're not the only ones who see tremendous value in this digital universe. Cyber criminals and hackers do too. Here are 3 statistics that might surprise you, not in a good way. First, in 2019, cybercrime accounted for more than a quarter of overall crime in Singapore. That's a 50% increase from 6,000 in 2018 to more than 9,000 crimes in 2019. That's huge. The 2020 numbers will be out soon. They're even larger. Secondly, more than a quarter of Singaporeans surveyed said that they were victim to at least one cyber incident in 2019. Thirdly, enterprises are not exempt from cyber attacks as well, with almost 2 in 5 of all cyber incidents in Singapore targeting SMEs. To put a dollar figure on this, the estimated loss from a cyber attack to a medium-sized enterprise is about $26,000. For a large, it's about $18 million. More recently, the Facebook breach, there was a data leak in which personal information from over 500 million users was leaked. That's huge. And if a company like Facebook has issues with cybersecurity, all of us need to take it very seriously. More recently, there's a very high demand in the last few years for cybersecurity professionals, and we need to do a lot more to get people to join this field. There are 2.8 million professionals who work in cybersecurity globally, but the industry would need at least another 4 million trained workers, especially because, as I said at the start, the next bound of conversations about technology are no longer about the cleverness of it, but about the security of it, how much we trust it. And another simple example, many of you bought phones in the last few years. When you look at the phone ads from 3 or 4 years ago, they talked about how much storage there was inside, how good the camera was. Today, when you drive past a billboard, it just says Apple, privacy inside, Android, protecting your data. They're starting to advertise their phones, not on the cameras, not on the storage, but on the protection, on the trust. We're facing a huge cybersecurity talent drought. The supply of available qualified security professionals is insufficient, and there's competition that's dramatically increased for this talent. CSA, the Cybersecurity Agency of Singapore, where I'm the Deputy Chief Executive, is doing quite a lot to address this. But we need you, obviously, the talents, to join us. We have an innovation and cybersecurity ecosystem at Block 71. Many of you are familiar with that, which is the region's first cybersecurity entrepreneurship hub to create a vibrant and sustainable innovation ecosystem. We have the SG Cyber initiative, where we look at SG Cyber talent, reaching out to 20,000 individuals across the 3 years to attract and grow cybersecurity professionals. SG Cyber Women, which is a female-focused initiative to grow a pipeline of talent in this domain. And SG Cyber Youth, to look at our young people, to encourage them, attract them, and guide them in their development as cybersecurity professionals. Overall, cybersecurity is a really exciting area. There's tremendous work to be done and a lot of opportunities for bright people to do interesting work here. CSA is taking the lead in creating a safer and more secure cyberspace, but I think it's a collective effort. It's not just the government alone, it's companies like Microsoft and the ones that you hear after this. It's small, medium, and large enterprises that take their own security seriously. And as we become this kind of digital, hyper-connected world, governments, businesses, and even individuals need to do all that we can to be secure so that we can have confidence to grow safely in this digitalized world. We need to view cybersecurity as a strategic investment that underpins business continuity, and most importantly, it's our competitive advantage. We can't do all of that without all of you. So I strongly encourage you to explore cybersecurity, to think about what cybersecurity could offer you, how you could apply your talents, not just in defending, but in designing systems that protect people and keeping average users, companies safe and secure on the internet. And I'm really glad to see SGInnovate's efforts to groom future talent in these in-demand domains. There's a huge shortage, and I hope you help us fill that shortage by bringing your talents to bear. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Gaurav. Wonderful, inspiring speech. But Gaurav, really, firstly, thank you so much for keeping Singapore safe. That's the most important, right? From cyber attacks. But really, Gaurav, I really agree with you because cybersecurity is more than just simply lock and key. You know, it really takes continuous discipline to build your organization's defense. So, you know, if any of you out there, it really sounds like a challenge for some of you out there that you may want to take up. Right, so thank you, Gaurav, for that sharing. So both of our experts today, we have Richard, we have Gaurav, they have taken us through a simple landscape of software and product development and cybersecurity. Now, the next question that you might be thinking is, how do I get started in these domains? Right, so it may seem a little daunting at first, especially if you're not formally trained in any of the technical skills. But not to worry, because that's where PowerX traineeship program is here to help. I must sell some koyo. Okay, so PowerX traineeship program really equips individuals with the expertise to embark on a new career in the various tech sectors. So once again, I want to recap for all of you, right? We have 3 different PowerX programs. The first, which has been running before, PowerX Robotics, which we covered in the first part of the day. PowerX Robotics, a 9-month traineeship. Now, we just had Richard and we just had Gaurav talk to us on PowerX Cybersecurity and PowerX Software and Product Development. So these are new programs that SGInnovate has launched, and these are actually 12 months long program traineeship. So you will get the proper guidance. If you're, sometimes you're afraid, right? You get thrown into a job, you're like, not sure what to do. No problem, because this is a proper traineeship program that's here to help. Okay, so if you want to find out more information, go on to the exhibition area. Now we have, I want to walk you through how you can get to the exhibition area as well. Okay, now if you look at the menu bar, okay, it says exhibition hall, right? So you can click on it later on. It will bring you the list of all our exhibition partners there. Now, the best part about this is you can talk to them now, immediately. You can talk to them. You can video call them, so we can have a one-on-one video call as well. Whether it be a job opportunity or if you're interested in a startup, feel free to talk to them. Okay, so once again, click on Exhibition Hall, and then there will be a list of all the exhibitors there. Click on any exhibitor that you are interested in. Okay, once you go in, you will see the exhibitors page. On the right side of the page, you will see exhibitors, right? Right below, so there are 4 icons there. Right below, you can see exhibitors, right? If you click on exhibitors, there'll be a small pop-up that comes up. You can see if anyone is online and you can immediately contact them. Video call, or you can just message them, or you can schedule later on a meeting where you can talk to them during the whole course of today as well. Okay, so I just want to tell you how to get there. Just a gentle recap one more time. Click on Exhibition Hall in the menu bar, all right? Click on, go inside, there are many exhibitors. Click on any of the exhibitor, go on in, look to the right side, okay? Now on the right side, right below, there is some little icons on the right side of the page. Click on exhibitors. Now, once you click on it, if the exhibitors are online, you can talk to them immediately, and you can also schedule a video call as well, okay? So I'll share with you more throughout the day, but nonetheless, if you want to find job opportunities as well, we do have job opportunities, all right, on Jobs Portal Pavilion. That's the tab on the menu bar. Now, do note, I know some of you are watching on your mobile, so this website is also mobile optimized for you, for your convenience. Now, we know how important that is today, right? So that's where software and product development is important, because you get to program websites to be mobile friendly as well. Okay, so nonetheless, we're going to move on now, ladies and gentlemen. Now, so we talked about our program, right? PowerX Cybersecurity, PowerX Software and Product Development, PowerX Robotics. So I want to bring to you some of the key figures behind the new program tracks, which are PowerX Cybersecurity and PowerX Software and Product Development, a 12-month long traineeship. So they'll be here to share with you more. Our first speaker is a joint presentation. We have Assistant Director for Talent Networking from SGInnovate. We have Vivian Chia, and also Senior Manager for Talent Networking from SGInnovate, Charmaine Singh. So with that, Vivian and Charmaine, over to you.
Hello everybody. A very good morning to you. I'm Vivian. I'm the lead for PowerX Cybersecurity track, and with me today is my teammate Charmaine.
Hi everybody, I'm Charmaine, and I'm the lead for the PowerX Software and Product Development track. We are very excited to be launching our PowerX programs today.
That's right, Charmaine. PowerX is actually a 12-month training sheet that includes a 6-month structured training, followed by a 6-month on-the-job training attachment with one of our great partner companies.
Not just that, there will be potential full-time employment with our partner companies too. With an extensive network in the deep tech industry, our talent networking team will match you with deep tech companies within our ecosystem. Viv, look at the stipends too.
Wow, Charmaine, is a 3.4K allowance during training and a 4K allowance during on-the-job training plus potential employment upon completion of traineeship. That's very attractive, isn't it? Should we just end this segment so that our audience can start applying?
Okay, hang on. I believe the audience is also interested to find out what exciting projects they can work on. And I see you've brought some friends along for that.
Wow, how did you know? Of course, I brought a partner company to share about their project in PowerX. I have Matthias from Cloudsine, and with me today, he will be sharing about Cloudzine's project in both cybersecurity, software, and product development. Over to you, Matthias.
Hi. Thank you, Vivian. Sorry, I'm trying to unmute myself. Yes, thank you, everyone. So excited to be here today in the New Frontier program. My name is Matthias Chin. I'm the founder and CEO of Cloudsine Private Limited. Okay, so hi to all the audience out there for joining us. We are so excited to share about this because we sit at the intersection of cloud technologies and cybersecurity technologies. And when SGInnovate was planning for this new PowerX programs, these two new PowerX programs, we were so excited because we felt this is exactly what we need in the coming months and years as we grow the cloud and cybersecurity space. There are just so much opportunities out there because of digital transformation, because of skill sets, as what our previous two speakers, Richard and Gaurav, have mentioned. But we also need to ramp up the manpower and the skill sets of our people so that we can tap these opportunities to help customers, to help companies to adopt, secure, and innovate in the cloud. Okay, so what I'll share now is a quick glance of what we do, and then I'll go to the roles that we have and projects and roles that we have, and then I'll share a bit about culture of the company. Okay, so we are a Singapore cybersecurity company. Okay, we have been around since 2012, so we are entering our 8th year of operations. And what is so fun is that we start off with creating our own software product, Web Orion. Right, it's fully made in Singapore. We help customers to deal with web defacement detection and restoration. And we are so proud that we have customers all across Asia Pacific, not just in Singapore, but in Australia, in India, in Indonesia, Philippines, and Hong Kong. Okay, and besides Web Orion, we also help customers to move into the cloud as well. We'll talk more about that later. What we are looking for are tech-savvy and fun-loving people to join us. If you are interested in the deep tech areas of cloud and cybersecurity, right, do consider us because we have a lot of projects and a lot of roles that we might be able to work together on. Okay, just a quick glance of what we do in terms of helping people to adopt the cloud. So when we talk about cloud, we are talking about AWS, we're talking about Microsoft Azure. How do we move our entire IT operations to the cloud and so on, right? We also work with private cloud providers like Singtel as well to move in the cloud in terms of planning, architecture, design, and actual implementation. In terms of moving the cloud, how do we secure it? Because public cloud could be very exposed to the internet and so on. The security of public cloud is very different from securing an on-premise data center because it's very DevOps centric. There's CI/CD, which means continuous integration and continuous development, right? So we have our own Web Orion platform that helps secure web applications in the cloud. We also help customers to do cloud security health check and cloud data protection. And in terms of innovative, the cloud just holds so much potential because we are also working with innovative projects on blockchain, AI, data analytics to help them run technical POCs in the cloud and so on. So we are starting a new division called Div0. It's a community group where we come together and learn about AI security. So we started the new quarter AI security under Div0. We also help a fintech company called CapBridge to develop new AI cloud analytics projects for fintech purposes. Okay, so I won't go through all of this, but just a quick glimpse of the sectors our customers are in. We have customers in the aviation space that wants to protect their websites from being hacked. We have retail. Retail is fast food companies that have a mobile app and web applications to show their latest promo. So we are helping them to enhance their website and make sure they don't get hacked as well. Service provider could be telcos or ISPs, right? So they want a way to collect the log and analytics of their cloud deployment. So we help them to do that as well. Governments, we have Singapore and Australian government customers with us, right? They are very concerned about their websites being hacked and defaced and data leakage through that. So we implement web oriented defacement monitoring solutions for them on the cloud. Okay, a bit about culture. So we are about 10 people strong, all based in Singapore currently. We do work with overseas teams in Vietnam, India, and Australia, and so on, to look at implementing the solutions. But the core team is all based in Singapore. Our culture is we work hard, right? Because we are in the fast-moving tech space where there's lots to learn, there's lots to do. But we also play hard. We have team lunches, badminton. We like to go for walks, and so on. Okay. So some of the previous trainees who have joined us, most of them have pretty good experience. They felt that it was a very good, challenging experience to be with us. It's an eye-opening because most of the projects we do are real-world projects. That means a lot of the projects, even for trainees and some of the interns that come through, they will see a lot of their projects being put into production or real-world environments where customers actually use them. All right, so we look forward to have more trainees to join us, especially if you are thinking about career, right? We do have good mentors and senior engineers who will provide technical advice and guidance to you on a lot of these projects. Okay, onto the projects and the roles. We have both PowerX software and PowerX cybersecurity. This cloud software engineer is a PowerX software role. Okay, the project is Web Orion, meaning that you'll be involved in helping to make Web Orion better, right? You add in new features, new functionalities to our security platform, and most of the development is done on the cloud software, right? So AWS or Azure, we are using Python, JavaScript, different kinds of coding language, right? And in terms of requirement, right, when you look at this, you may say, wow, this looks a bit too much for me, right? But what we are looking for right now is we're looking for highly motivated learners. You may not be from a computer science or engineering degree, it's fine, but we love to see people who love to learn on their own, taking on their own courses and building their own projects. If you have built your own website before, or if you have done some data analytics projects before on your own, we are looking for these people who are continuously learning and motivated to learn, right? And if you embark on the PowerX cyber software, you'll probably pick up one of these skills, be it PHP programming, Python, or JavaScript over the next 6 months, right? So after your 6 months of training, by the time you join us, you should be skilled in one of these areas. And I think we are looking for energetic and people who are really passionate about working in the tech team. Okay. Right, the other project, this is for PowerX Cybersecurity, is a DevSecOps engineer. In case you might not be familiar with DevSecOps, this term sounds very deep, right? Basically, it means a combination of development, security, and operations, right? Basically, this is a very new role, very hot new role right now because we are looking at an environment where we continuously upgrade our software, upgrade our systems. But we're also looking for security engineers who can help us to keep the things secure as we add on new features, right? The project name is Project Star, right? We are embarking on a cloud security certification for the whole company, especially our own product, right? We'll need to work on securing our AWS and Azure cloud environments. We'll implement things like encryption, access control, and cloud controls, right? We'll do security testing, so a little bit of in-house ethical hacking and so on. And we also research on new security technologies and vulnerabilities, right? What may not be shown here is that we are all our systems, right? Actually, not just for us, but any system, big or small, exposed to the internet, are always constantly under probe and attacks, right? So you'll also be involved in the threat hunting, the threat detection team to look at how to make sure that our whole system is secure. Again, the requirement, right? If you are not trained in cybersecurity or not even in computer science, it's all right. We are looking for, again, highly motivated learners. You may have done some ethical hacking modules on the internet, or you may be very interested in this, right? Actually, for cybersecurity, we need people with a lot of curiosity to learn new things, to pick up new things, and so on, right? Your experience with Linux and AWS cloud environment should be an advantage if you have. If not, the 6 months program will expose you to some of this. And by the end of 6 months, before you join us, you should have some coding knowledge in PHP, Python, and so on, right? So all this is based in Singapore. We are in a hybrid working environment. COVID or without COVID, we are very flexible. We work in office face-to-face for a lot of team discussions, but we also use a lot of tools, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, a lot of online tools, GitHub, and so on to make sure that we can work very effectively, whether from home or anywhere in the world. Right. So that's it. If you are interested, feel free to reach out to us, connect with us. You can email us at hr@cloudsine.tech or Matthias@cloudsine.tech. If you just want to follow us to keep abreast of what's happening here, you can look at our website or use the LinkedIn, join our LinkedIn group to follow us on social media. Okay, with that, thank you so much, and I'll hand the time back to Charmaine from the PowerX team. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, thanks Matthias for the sharing. Now I know how cybersecurity is applied. Viv, I brought a friend too. I have Sumuk from Pencil to share about their company and projects for the PowerX software and product development. Over to you, Sumuk.
Hello, hey everyone. First of all, SGInnovate, thank you for providing me this opportunity to partner with you on the PowerX partnership program. It was really great listening to Richard and Gaurav share some fantastic insights about the industry and how things are evolving, and Matthias talking about Cloudsine and with so many opportunities out there. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about Pencil. Pencil is a Singapore-based startup founded 3 years back. But before we go in understand more about Pencil and what we have to offer for this program, just want to have a very quick quiz for everyone. Okay. Yeah. Which do you think of these ads were made by AI? You know, like some of this may have been made fully by AI, some of them may have not. So what do you think about this? I'm not going to keep everyone guessing. So the interesting thing is all of these ads were fully made by AI with little to no human intervention at all on this. So that's the what Pencil does. Pencil is a SaaS platform which helps brands and marketers generate content for platforms like Facebook, specifically ad content, fully using AI algorithms. We generate ads that learn to perform. Our claim is that you can generate ads in 10x less time and cost, and at the same time, our ads learn to perform and beat the ROAS. ROAS meaning the return on ad spend by at least 2 times. This is a fantastic benefit for marketers because in a space where there is a lot of data available on the targeting side, like on Facebook and Google, to specifically target you with ads, there is no data available on the creative side because generally that's a process that has been historically been done by humans and with no data insight, and it's extremely repetitive work. So one of the insights into developing Pencil was that this is a space which can be disrupted with data science, and instead of and also kind of upgrade the role of human creatives in thinking about ideas and concepts instead of moving around individual pixels. So how does Pencil work? So what happens in the system? So on this screen, you can see what are the inputs that the system expects the users to provide. This is generally in the form of a brand kit, which describes the colors used by the brand, the logos of the brand, the fonts, etc., which are very specific and define the brand. At the same time, we also expect some raw assets going into the brand, into the product. So these could be like product shots. It could be videos, raw footage taken, long form footage, which brands have about their product and highlighting the product. At the same time, we also expect a third input, which is in the form of a brief description of what the brand and the product stands for, and some offers and other things that you would want to offer in the ads. Once you provide all this, you click generate ads, and within in a few minutes, like in 3 minutes, you get up to 3 to 5 ads all ready to go, fully crafted by AI. The beauty of our platform is not just that it can generate these ads. The system also constantly learns what works and what doesn't work, and also gives you a prediction of how likely some ad is going to work. So this really takes the guesswork out of running ads, and it gives a really great insights into the hands of marketers to know what they should be targeting and how they should be designing their experiments, and really get more systematic and derive much more value and run great ads. So yeah, that was at a high level of what the Pencil as a product was. Let's look at what Pencil as a company is. I'm the CTO and co-founder of Pencil. Will is my other co-founder, and we together started this 3 years back. Will is also the CEO of the company, and we have James, who is ex-Mediacom CEO and who has 8 years of experience in Facebook, being our Chief Commercial Officer. To understand what it is to be working at Pencil is to look at the values that we ascribe to. Our fundamental idea behind developing Pencil is to expand human potential. It is not to replace humans, and hence our name comes from it being a tool that humans use, and that stands for Pencil. Another core value that we believe in is to deliver the unexpected. The reasoning behind this is that we want to wow our customers or our users, because this is a creative space, and there is a lot of scope for AI to not only just do what it is expected, but to really go beyond. And can we design the platform to do that? A third thing, this is more of an internal looking value, is to simplify. We believe that the hardest things to do are when it is really simple. Generally, when we complicate things, it is due to lack of understanding. So when you really simplify and understand what is the job to be done for a user, this really helps you achieve your goals faster. Then a couple of other traits that we like everyone on our team to follow is to believe in only test, learning, and testing again, is not to be driven by opinions, but by constant experimentation, and to be in love with the process of experimentation rather than the outcome, because who knows, we don't really know what the outcome may be, and you can quickly evolve is what we are looking for. And finally, this is something that we encourage everybody on our team to do, is to disagree and then commit. We all come with opinions on how things should work, how things should be done, but at the end of the day, we all believe that we need to be one voice. That's why we are very happy when people disagree. But at the end of the session, we all expect everybody to commit and then move at very high speed to execute. Yeah, that was a little heavy, but at the same time, we do also have a lot of fun. We do, as a team, I would say we're moderately goofy as well. We have a lot of ad hoc sessions. We play a lot of games. Sometimes it tends to even get a little bit wild. And overall, yeah, we tend to balance between being extremely focused, but also know how to relax and have fun. In terms of the program itself, what we are looking for is we are looking for people to join 3 teams in the front-end engineering, back-end engineering, and algorithm team itself. We understand that we're not looking for people there's no problem if people are worried about the amount of experience they have or how much exposure. We believe that the PowerX program will equip you sufficiently, and also there is a great team at Pencil to support you and help you grow fantastically in this period. By the end of this program and through the internship, we believe that you will have exposure to amazing set of technologies, be it in terms of latest programming languages like React, React.js, Python, and Node.js. And also at the same time, you get a chance to work on some really cutting edge systems and processes. Like, for example, if you're in the front-end engineering team, you will get an opportunity to develop and provide users an interface to not only use an AI system, but also interact with an AI system. Because this being a creative field, it's very, very important to make the field, to give the users a chance that, or a feeling that they're also baking the cake while developing these ads. Otherwise, there's a lack of disconnect there. So these very fine nuances are also like something that you'll get to experience when you're building process like the UX and UI at the front-end engineering team. Similarly, at back-end engineering, you'll see how do you work with complex algorithms and at the same time simplify that and make it available to the user who really just cares about their outcome. So there is a fantastic team here to support anyone who's joining and to help them learn about very strong engineering principles of how to build these systems. And finally, there is an algorithms team. Now, the term algorithms may scare many people, but in the end, it all comes down to problem solving. What we are looking for is people who can come and who love challenges. And as it was spoken in this session before, what we're looking for is people fundamentally who love physics, people who have a fundamental understanding of how processes and the world works, and who love to take that on as a challenge, come and break down a given problem into smaller parts and work on them independently, and then hypothesize and have a very strong mentality towards constant testing and learning. Overall, I would say that we're a pretty small team, very deeply knit together, all based out of Singapore, but essentially fully remote due to COVID. And you will have a fantastic chance to learn and grow and get support at Pencil. So looking forward to all of you applying and looking forward to working with some of you on this program. Thank you. With that, I'll hand it back to Charmaine to continue this program.
Thanks, Sumuk. I never knew that marketing tools can be created so easily. So Vivian, how does our audience learn more about the PowerX programs?
Our website is up. They can visit us at www.sginnovate.com/PowerX to find out more about our programs. And that includes our proudly launched Run 2 of PowerX Robotics. For the rest of the day, they can visit us at our SGInnovate booth and talk to us there. We are happy to answer any questions they have.
Yes, we look forward to meeting all of you at our booth later. Also, feel free to contact us at powerx@sginnovate.com. And this wraps up this segment. We hope that you had a fun and insightful time with us today. Do explore our booths after this and join the other events that our team has prepared.
Yes, feel free to speak to our PowerX partner companies. Some of them are here today. We look forward to seeing you guys soon. Bye-bye.